I guess it's somewhat hard to believe that we're at the end of the regular season, probably because I see the number 9 as games played versus maybe 34 or 35 or somewhere in that neighborhood. But truth be told, we have been at it for 5 months in all kinds of different ways, small groups of 2 people at a time, 4 people at a time, teams split into groups of 3 and having 7 or 8 on the ice. And yeah, even full practices, which has been the norm of late. But yeah, I think everybody's, again, ready to play, excited to play, and not only looking at this weekend, but what's beyond there. But without a doubt, when it's Boston College, it's a interesting focus, and I like to think a pretty one-dimensional focus of getting ready for Friday and going over there to play. It's been a building that's in this series, I think we've played better over there, and they've played better at Brown Arena. So we'll see what 2:00 on Friday brings when the puck drops.
Great. We'll take questions out. Just please use the raise hand feature, and I will call on you. We'll start with Belle.
Hi, Coach.
Hi, Belle.
It seemed last Saturday, the team, everything you've kind of been talking about in these conferences really fell into place and came together. So what are the main things you want to take from Saturday's play into Friday's game? And maybe any key players that you think stepped up after the rebound win?
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to, duplicate that. And I believe the difference between Friday and Saturday was, 25% more intensity, stop and start, and really much better puck support. We talked about sometimes being overcautious with your second forechecker. So one's going in, the other person's kind of watching and being a little apprehensive about making a mistake. And we really talked about any 50-50 pucks. We've got to have the second person there as fast as they can, and then figure out what you're going to do when you get there. If you again, are dragging 20, 30, 40 feet behind the play, it kind of eliminates you from any type of quick, good puck support, good puck retention that was very much a part of the game on Saturday and not so much on Friday. If you were looking for that Friday, it was definitely the people wearing the green and gold. So credit to Vermont. Individuals that stepped up. I think we got a real consistent game from Kaylee, Courtney, and Emma Wethridge. Clearly, Jesse, stepped up with the 3 points, and her line mates did their thing. I think a neat sort of no look behind the back assist for Catherine Fulham, and McKenna just doing a great job of being assertive, being aggressive, getting there quick, and being strong all around the ice, and we also probably had a better game on the back end of the ice. The D played pretty solid all the way through, and I can see areas where the freshman and even Grace Parker, who's a sophomore but didn't play a boatload of ice last year. Those 4 seem to be gaining a little bit of confidence and just a little bit of awareness of the pace of the game at this level. And when that's 4 or 6D, there's no way to hide. It's a learn on the fly, and I think they're doing a nice job, and it was reflective in Saturday's game.
Patrick, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. I guess just the weekly question about any updates for missing players, Julia Nearest, Madison Cardesi.
I don't think we'll see either one this weekend, but thankfully we've got a pretty pat hand there, and we've got 4 lines, have got 6D, and good goaltending. So there's no excuses or no major voids. Well, it'd be great to have those 2 players. You go to battle with who you have, and I like our chances.
Patrick, go ahead.
And then just on Saturday with the power play breaking through finally with Nara's goal, is that something the unit can build on going forward? And what do you think changed to get their success there on Saturday?
Well, you hope it changes, and probably more from a mental perspective and a confidence perspective than, how pretty it was. It was just a quick dump in initial rush where because we had 5 and they had 4, we kind of ran into a good situation where, we went to the loose puck on the wall, then it bounced free and McKenna got a piece of it. And, Jesse was involved slightly. And then all of a sudden, Nara bounced off the initial sort of play along the wall and picked up the rebound. So nothing overly pretty or, set up, so to say, but it gives them confidence. It gives them a feel that they've scored one. And, I mentioned to them a couple of times, because of our short number of games, you go out and have one good game or one good weekend, and all of a sudden, you have an opportunity to be 16 or 17, 18% on the power play. And, that's certainly a good number, a decent number to be working with. We were spoiled the last couple of years being in the mid-20s, but most of the year they've done a good job of moving it around and getting to places. But when you get that opportunity, again, you can't miss the net, you can't hit a post, you can't hit the goal. You've got to make a good shot. And again, my feeling is the best opportunity is to have 2, 3, and 4 people at the net. And if we keep doing that, we're going to get to some loose pucks and get some rebounds.
Does anyone have anything else for Coach? Owen, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. Tara talked after the last game about having a good 1-2 punch in net. Is the plan to give both goalies some action this weekend?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but there's probably a reasonable chance that could happen. It's a senior night for Corrine on Saturday, so I like to think that she'll be there on Saturday, for her last game here at BU. But Kate has had a nice run over 2+ years, a real short window of games, just 3 this year, but played extremely well in her last 2. And again, good chance we might see that.
Belle, go ahead.
And Coach, just about the mental preparation of this weekend, this is the 3rd time your team has kind of had to get in the headspace of facing BC before cancellation. So would you say this is kind of an advantage because your group is ready to play because they've had to prepare themselves so many times?
I'm not sure if it's an advantage. I think they've looked into it, but I've said this once. I've said it a lot. I don't think hockey is nearly as intricate as other sports where set plays, set patterns, a quarterback in the huddle calling plays. Hockey's such a read and react game that, again, you've got to identify who the most dangerous kids are on BC. You've got to talk about, doing the right things on both special teams, but there's only so many ways to skin a cat. And, as long as we do a good job with those couple general things, then it's up to the kids to be relaxed, to handle the puck well, to be quick to the puck, to defend properly, and avoid penalties, avoid bad line changes, things that could compromise the game or the outcome. And so again, hopefully, I don't think it's a huge advantage. BC's had to go through it a little bit too. They've had the benefit of a couple more games, but again, we're all getting somewhat acclimated with each other and college hockey in general.
Anything else for Coach? Just, I think a good way to close this, Coach, would just be talking about the 5 seniors and the impact that they've had on this program with Senior Day coming up on Saturday.
Sure. Well, it's always an exciting and fun day, but it's also a slightly sad day. Thankfully there's playoffs afterwards, so we'll see these people out there doing their thing again later on. But in no particular order, I think of Rachel Allen, who's kind of the consummate teammate and somebody who's never stops working. And even this year, coming off of a quirky knee situation, she's fought through it. She's been there ready for us and has made contributions everywhere here at Boston University. Jesse Comfer is easy to identify as the top kid in the group and somebody who's gotten her just due as a top player. Nara from day one has played strong, played physical, and probably parallels the same thing Christina Schuler does. You know, Nara might do it in front of the net or along the walls, where Christina might do it end to end a little bit more with her her speed and her power that you know, gets her around the rink. And you know, then the last line of defense is where Karine sets up shop, and you know, she's had a great career to help us all be a steadying influence back there, not only making saves but handling pucks. And so we're lucky that we have another group here in these five that have made great contributions academically, successful contributions on the ice, and all throughout the community. They do a lot of unselfish work that we can all be proud of, and are super happy that they were Terriers for the past 4 years.